Okay, so we're going to talk about area and perimeter of a rectangle and square and other shapes. So have you ever wanted to um, rearrange your room or maybe remodel, or maybe you got something for Christmas and you want to move it in and throw some other stuff out? So knowing how to measure for perimeter and area would be needed and would be helpful. So we're going to talk about that today. So some examples that you might find in everyday life would be, you see the cow and the fence. The fence around where the cow lives would be the perimeter. The grass inside the fence that the cow eats, that would be the area. In the garden, you would need to know the length and width of the rows. So you would want to know the area of the inside of the garden so you would know how many rows you would be able to get. Then if you have a swimming pool and you want to keep it safe, you would want to fence off your backyard or just around the pool so kids can't get into it without your permission. That would keep them safe. So knowing perimeter and area would help with that. So going back to your dream room, if you want to make your dream room or remodel your room, see the TV and the lights, you know, that's really cool. So if you're going to order the lights online, you would need to know how many lights or the length and width of your TV. So you would want to put them around your TV. That would be perimeter. If you needed to know how much paint to paint one of the walls in your bedroom, that would be area. So the length is the longest side of the shape of a rectangle, like the picture that we're seeing. That would be the length, the longest. The width would be the shortest. Perimeter is the distance around the shape. So if you were to walk the outside of the fence or the inside of the fence, you're walking the perimeter. The area would be the space inside the shape. Okay, so let's look at this together. You have a square, and we know that the square, all the sides are the same. So we use our ruler to measure out one of the sides, and it's 5. So we would do A equals 5. How many sides of the square? 4. Then you would plug in 4 sides times 5, because they're all the same, and you would get 20 inches. You can multiply that because it's a square. They're all the same. A perimeter of a rectangle is a little bit different. It's still looking for the shape around the outside, the distance around the outside, sorry. But to find that, you can just add up all the sides. You can do that with a square also, but it's quicker if you do the multiplication. With a rectangle, the opposite sides are the same length. So you could multiply 2 times one of the sides, or you can add them all up. So let's see what happens. So what would be A in this one? The length would be 10. The width would be B, and it's 6. So to find the perimeter, we're going to do 2 times A is 10, and that's 20. And then 2 times the width, which is 6, is 12. So the perimeter of this shape is 32 inches. Sorry, centimeters. That's also very important that you label it right, because if you go and spend money on the lights to go around your TV and you measured centimeters, but you needed inches, you wouldn't have enough lights. And if you are a boy, you'd be bummed. Okay, so let's look at area. Area is the amount of space inside. So if we wanted to paint the wall, we would want to know the area of that one wall. Okay, so the formula for that, for area, is length times width. So we look at our shape right here. The length, remember, is the longer side. So the length is 4 centimeters. Then the width is 3 centimeters. So we're going to plug in those amounts into our formula. A would be 4 times 3, length times the width. 4 times 3 is 12 centimeters squared. With area, you square the measurement. Okay, let's look at this one. We did the perimeter earlier, and I labeled it correctly this time, so that's important. The area, we plug in the side. The length is 10 centimeters. The width, which is B, is 6 centimeters. So what is 10 times 6? 60 centimeters squared. Because it's area, we square it. Okay, so let's look at this word problem. Bernie Sanders, he's tired of being less than 6 feet away from one another. He plans to place tape markers around his office to keep safe. He's going to mark off his area, keep everyone away from him. So the sides are measured as 20 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet, and 15 feet. So y'all work this out and tell me what the perimeter is for this rectangle.
Is it 50?
It would be 20 plus 20 is what?
40.
40.
And then 15 plus 15 is
30.
Oh, it's
30.
70.
Yes, so 40
Sorry.
and 30 is 70, but what's the measurement that we would use?
Inches?
Feet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's try the area. Cardi B's designing a studio space, and she's determined to make sure there's an appropriate amount of space between her artists while they're recording. So the size of her studio space is 10 feet long and 8 feet wide. So let's determine the square feet of Cardi B's studio. Do y'all remember what we're going to do to figure this out?
Multiply.
Yes, we're going to multiply the length and the width. So what is 8 times 10?
80.
80. And what is special about when we mark our measurements on the area? We put feet, what? Squared. Good.
Squared.
Feet squared. Okay. So now if y'all would go to Kahoot, I'm going to stop sharing and share the Kahoot. Where is it? Oh, let's see here. Okay. Now, share this one. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right. If I'm building a fence around my house, I'll need awesome. Okay. The space on the inside of the shape is called, what is that called? You guys are awesome. To find the perimeter of a square, I should add how many sides? Watch your keywords. Awesome. Good job. Oh, sorry. What is my perimeter? Okay. Perimeter is around the outside, and you can add up all the sides, or you can do 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Okay. If I want to put grass inside a soccer field, I need to find the keyword is inside. Awesome. The perimeter is outside and the area is inside. She said we have 3 minutes left. Okay. Find the perimeter of this rectangle. Great job. Okay, what is my perimeter? This is a different shape, but perimeter, you just do the same operation. You're going to add up all the sides. Okay. That's 10 for the length and 6 for the width. That's very small. Sorry. Good, 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 good. Let's skip that one. Sorry. So to find the perimeter of a shape, we need to add the length of all the sides. Is that true or false? Great job. Awesome. Yay. Okay. Now, how do I stop recording? There it is.